Hi, happy girl, Nikki. Oh, you guys can't hear me. Can you? I'm saying you guys should come to YouTube. I can't. I only open. I'm only sharing this on my phone, and I can't do anything on my phone. Can you? Can you come to YouTube? Um, Apparently, my studio is expired. Or the studio for computer is expired. So, but I'm waiting on YouTube for you guys. You still can't hear me? Ah, okay. Oh, you guys are okay. We have many people on YouTube now, so I'll probably just join. Just start. I don't know what's wrong with TikTok. I beg, they're stressing me. So let's start. So we're starting with part four, like I said, and we'll just go over, skim it. And this is the topic I'm doing. I forgot which number this is. It's on artificial intelligence. I think it's number, I can't even remember the number, 60 something. Yeah, this one. I just picked it because we are in the world of artificial intelligence, and I think um, we are in the world of artificial intelligence. So maybe they will ask somebody, they will bring it out in the exam. So the rapid advancement of TikTok people, please join me on YouTube. Join me on YouTube. I don't know why I can't open TikTok on my computer. So join me on YouTube. And we have started already. I wouldn't be talking again, addressing the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has sparked intense debate about how to regulate this transformative technology. Dr. How to regulate this transformative technology. Dr. Amara Patel, Amara Patel, Director of AI Ethics at Toronto University, believes regulation is essential but must be carefully calibrated. This is full stop. However, Michael Shen, CEO of TechFisher, a Canadian AI startup, worries that I say you guys should. I can't even comment. I can't. Sorry, sorry, you guys. Come to YouTube. Sorry, YouTube people. Let me just pin a comment here. TikTok. Come to TikTok. Please come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. Yeah. So just pin. Sorry, is the YouTube video blurry? Somebody said it's not clear. Oh, Oh my god, I think maybe it's my internet actually. Okay, let me disconnect my internet and connect to the house internet. I'm connected to my phone internet. Sorry, 5.0. Sorry, you guys. Is it clear now? You guys, is it clear now? Can you guys let me know if it's clear? We can't see the screen, really. Let me stop sharing and share the screen again. What about now? Oh my god. Is it clear now? Like, is it clear now? Okay, better. And let me see if TikTok has opened on my computer. Okay, it's almost there. So the rapid advancement, let's start again. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has sparked, okay. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has sparked intense debates about how or whether to regulate this transformative technology. Dr. Amara Patel, director of director of AI ethics at Toronto University, believes regulation is essential but must be carefully calibrated. However, Michael Chen, CEO of Tech Future, a Canadian AI startup, worries that excessive regulation could stifle innovation. The debate extends beyond economic consideration to fundamental questions about safety and human autonomy. Provincial government has begun exploring their own approaches to AI governance. Oh, no, their own governance. Okay, that is me going through my skimming to just see what the whole thing is all about. And last week when we were talking, I told you guys, because when a lot of people, you guys were having challenges here, and I told you guys for this part, the first thing you should do is to the first thing you should do is to recognize what is this article all about. And from reading all this first line, I know that okay, they are debating on the regulation. That is why if you notice when I read this topic now, the rapid artificial intelligence has sparked intense debates on whether to regulate this transformative technology. That's the AI, this artificial intelligence. So now I know this is what the there is going to be a debate. And why I was reading, and I told you, is not is you must know who is in what's it called in support of the main argument, that's to regulate the AI. The topic of discussion is regulating AI. So because I most sometimes we always have people picking another thing as the main topic of discussion. So you can see here now we have different things on AI. Many people now might have to go and pick different things. So the main topic is regulating AI, artificial intelligence. So now the first person is the person in support. The second person, this person now is is not in support, is like saying that if you regulate that, is going to stifle innovation. So that means this person reading here shows me that okay, Michael Shan is the one not in support. Why this person said believes regulation is essential is the person in support. But then I told you guys the another important thing to note why doing this, but don't do it when you are going through your what's it called, your passage. Like when you're going through your passage, I'm going through this passage now, I only read the first line and I go straight to my question, but I'm taking my time to explain this so that you have it in mind when we start answering the question. So the moment you start answering your question and you say Patels, they will always ask you of people's opinion. When you do that, suggests that AI, what they're asking you is their main, yes, they are in support, but you must know that what they are asking you is mostly their main argument, what they are arguing about, because they would have said so many things. But out of these so many things they said here, there is a main sorry guys, give me a minute. Let me Out of everything that he has said, there's actually a main a place where you that will be the main argument of this topic. So you it's not enough to just know, okay, this person is in support, because he's in support, but he has said so many things. So you have to know what is um his main argument, what is his main argument is all about. Same thing with the person against. You have to know, okay, this person is against. What is his main reason why he is against? It's not just enough to say, oh, I know that, okay, I have identified the person in support, I have identified the person that is against, but what is the main reason? So out of all these things that has been said here, you should be able to see the main reason why they are against, because most of the time that is also one of the things that they would use to ask you question on this second part. And same thing, the next person, I think this person will share the balanced approach, although the debate extend beyond considerations to fundamental question about safety and autonomy. So I already know, like, this place is going to be talking about balanced approach. And like I said, you identify, most times they will not tell you the name of the person in the first line, but the line following they will tell you. So you should immediately, I read here, my eye already saw, okay, they mentioned somebody's name. You would know that, okay, that person is sharing a balanced approach. Although it might also apply here that they will not tell you the name of the person immediately here, but reading the first will tell you, oh, this particular paragraph is going to be in support of the main topic, is going to be against the main topic of discussion. What you just do is to identify the name of the person, because your questions are based on names, and so you should know where to go. And that's the things to put in mind. So when we answer these questions now, let me remind you again, put in mind that we are going to be you are going to be identifying their main argument, what they are arguing, what the main argument is all about. Sorry, I think. You guys, sorry. My YouTubers, Abi, what's it called? Okay. My TikTok has responded, so I'm just. Mhm. Yes, so let's go into the question. Now, the article mainly discuss, let's go, economic impact of AI on Canadian business, the tension between innovation and regulation of AI, the technical challenge in developing the ethical AI system, public perception of artificial intelligence in Canada. So, which one do you guys feel? Please always put one A, because sometimes I don't get your responses when you send it, so I will know that which number you are responding to. Uh-uh. Laura, you said it's blur. Is it still blur now? You guys should answer number one now. Uh-uh. Let me see names. Lara, can you? Okay, one is D. D, perception. D. Khadija, you said D. Uh-uh. Is it only Khadija that is on? Is it me that I'm not getting your responses? You two people, you guys are 15 and you're not dropping a response. TikTok people, I'm back now, so but it's blur. Anyways, let me reload this. See, okay, okay. Now I'm beginning to be worried. Um, Khadija, why did you say D? Wumi, Adewumi, and Ijoba. Why do you people say C? Love, why did you say D? Because I'm not understanding. Let's read again. The Because most of the time the first paragraph will always tell you, oh, what the thing is all about. But you see when they're arguing, see, the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has sparked intense debate, because it will always tell you, okay, maybe debate or different perspective or something, or argument about how or whether to regulate this transformative technology. When they talk about this transformative technology, you know that they are talking about this AI that they talked about here. They are referring to it. But the main topic is how to regulate. If you go to the first topic of this place, of the next paragraph now, because like I said, when they ask you the article mainly discuss is asking you what every paragraph, what they have in common, what are they discussing. Dr. Amar Patel, director of AI ethics, University of Toronto, this is a filler sentence, believes that regulation is essential but must be carefully calibrated. So let's look at this person. This person, a startup, worries that excessive regulation could stifle innovation. Then this person said, the debate extends beyond economic consideration to fundamental question about safety and what's it called, and autonomy. And I told you, uh when you see like, okay, somebody weighing two things, this person is weighing that, is saying is beyond, he's telling you is beyond, he's going to share a balanced approach. But if you look further, but which you don't do it when you are skimming, you can still see that, okay, emphasize this when the person that now talk, when that person that shares that perspective is emphasizes regulation. One thing they all have in common is regulation. So the article mainly discusses, it should be what the whole article is, not something that is discussed, maybe a particular paragraph discuss that. No, that is not what the whole article is talking about. So what did the whole article discuss? They are discussing about regulation. Tension, argument, debate, perspective, viewpoints are all the same thing. Like when the debate or argument or viewpoint or opinion, different opinions, different perspective, is that because it's from different people. So that's why they call it tension. So that's why I don't know why the people that said that we are saying C, there is no, we are not talking, is regulation that is the whether or how or whether to regulate. So this is C. So the people that shows B, C is correct. But I wanted to hear the people that shows B, shows, oh, sorry. Okay, B is correct. The people that shows C and D, okay, nobody shows A, thank God. The people that shows all these ones, I wanted to hear why. Because if you people are able to communicate why you are picking your answers, maybe it will help me like know how to explain it further. But I hope you get it now that I said look for something that is common among all the different perspective. What they are talking about, they are talking about regulation, and the first sentence is enough to tell you that. And also like is always when you skim through, it will tell you all the first sentences is enough to tell you what they are talking about. Then the next one, Dr. Patel research suggests that AI. So now, what's it called? You already know that who Dr. Patel is, and like I told you, always know is the person that moment when you are skimming, when you went through your first line, you already know, okay, who is this person in support? So Dr. Patel, we know he's in support, and we go straight to the first paragraph where he talked where, because that's the essence. Knowing who is in support would make you that when you read the sentence, instead of going up and down searching for the name, you already know, okay, he's in support, and the part that support the topic of discussion is the first paragraph after, is the second paragraph rather. This is the first paragraph, so it's the first paragraph. So you go straight. Your time management is knowing when to go straight, and another time management is knowing the keyword to use. The keyword to use is research. So he said Dr. Patel's research suggests that AI, because all of this, like I used to tell you every time in exam, these two paragraph it will be one paragraph in exam, and you do not want to come and start reading all these things that he said. No, they already gave you something. Dr. Patterns, yes, he said something here, but they have a particular place where they're asking you question on. So you pick a keyword, research. So you know that, okay, I'm going to be looking for where her research was discussed. And I've already seen it anyways. So and I use your eye should be doing a lot of work. You don't have to start reading it one by one. You're looking for research. So I see here her research. So I know whatever I'm going to see is going to start probably from here. Suggest that AI system dash. So let's see. AI system that requires more advanced programming to function properly, often perpetuate existing social inequality, should be developed exclusively by large corporations, needs minimal oversight to foster innovations. So let's see. Her research team documented over 20,000 cases of algorithm bias in hiring system last year, disproportionately affecting visible minority and women. You see, did it? Okay, let me read that sentence again. It makes sense to me, but I think the way I read is blur. Okay. This one we picked tension. This one we picked. Okay, this is the one we are answering. So, like I said, I use research I have read here, and if I read it for you, her research team documented over 2,000 cases of algorithm bias in hiring systems last year alone, disproportionately affecting visible minorities and women. Affecting visible minority and women. Even if you continue, advocate that regulating transparency in AI. So this place alone, you don't even need here. That line that her research has already told you what the answer here would be. Often perpetuate existing social inequalities. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to ask you people. I'm answering it for you. So number two, what do you guys even picked for number two? Anyways, let me see. But I've already answered it for you guys. I've already answered it. So if you pick your, let me, the next one you guys will answer. So there's no point to suggest. So if you pick your, and the reason he said often perpetuate existing social inequalities, which is here. Let me continue. Disproportionately affecting the visible minorities and women. That is the existing inequalities. These inequalities, this is the only topic that talked about it. So always know where to go immediately, and know the keyword that will direct you exactly where to start reading from. So the next one now, let's read it and you guys will answer it. I'm sorry, I over explained that when to answer. According to Michael Shane, what will be the consequence of strict AI regulation? A decrease in AI research, a decrease in AI research funding across Canada, an advantage for established technology, a shift towards more ethical AI development practices, an increase in international collaboration in AI projects. So you guys should answer this one. According to Michael Shen, what will be the consequence of strict AI regulation? You guys have how many minutes? What, less than 1 minute, 30 seconds to answer the question. Someone is at Sorry, someone is at my door. I don't know why you guys are answering a decrease in AI research funding across Canada. The people that said a why. So let's see. What will be the consequence of strict AI regulation? And this answer says a decrease in research funding. Let's see. Consequence. If we here, I think here, if we impose burdensome compliance requirement, only this is where they discuss the consequence. Only tech giants with massive legal departments will be able to navigate the regulatory landscape. The consequence of this is a strict AI regulation. Strict AI regulation is the same thing. That's my keyword. You know, I said you identify a keyword, strict AI regulation. So, although, like I said, excessive regulation, this is where you have burdensome compliance requirement, burdensome compliance requirement. Only tech giant, and here would an advantage for techno established technology corporations. So three is B. Okay, let me see C. Why the people that show C, a shift towards more ethical development. Because if you read further, he said, okay, even if some people might pick their answer based on here, like excessive AI worries that excessive regulation could stifle innovation. Let me tell you something. Because I told you that if you know this person is against, because the whole topic is talking about regulating AI, understand your topic of discussion. That is the first thing. If you understand your topic of discussion, then if if somebody is going to be against the topic of discussion, would okay, why this one? They didn't really mention something about Canada, so I don't know funding in Canada. I don't know why you guys are picking Canada. So this is out of the question. You can use the elimination. Then if somebody is against something, it means that it will only, he said this one will only be an advantage for big established technology corporation, which is okay. A shift towards a person that is against regulating AI can never be say something that can never argue in support of like something that will shift towards AI ethical technology. So not like, okay, I'm against something. If I'm against something, if something is going towards a more ethical development, so why am I against it? So it can never be this. So use elimination. Understand your topic of discussion. Understand that okay, this person is against, and because he's against, he's likely not to be against because there will be a more ethical practice. No, I cannot be against because there will be a more ethical practice. And increase, no. If I'm against, why would I be against if it's going to, if the strict regulation is going to bring about, what's it called, collaborations? No, of course I will not be against. So this is the only one I will be against, because the smaller corporations are not, it doesn't favor smaller corporation. It's only of advantage to established corporation, big corporations, which is here. If we impose burdensome compliance requirements, only tech giants with massive legal department will be able to navigate the regulatory landscape. So always identify your keywords to know exactly where to read from. And my keyword here is strict AI regulation, burdensome compliance requirement. Also keep, put paraphrasing in mind. Then Sarah Okonkwo, who would most likely support Dash. What would Sarah Okonkwo most likely support? Let me read. Allowing market forces to determine AI development, prohibiting certain application of AI, requiring all AI system to have human supervision, implementing a universal basic income due to AI automation. So let me see. Would likely support. This person is sharing a balanced view. So once you read the person, Sarah Okonkwo, balanced view, it will come to your mind immediately. So if somebody is sharing a balanced view, what is the likely thing that they are most likely to support? And then you also go to your passage to confirm this. You guys don't have all the time, or you have 10 seconds to pick your answer. My food has been here. Four is sin. Someone is saying sin. Is it is blur? Wahala. We thought this blur today. Whenever there is network issue, is always frustrating me. Sorry, let me move this to you guys. B. Everybody. I said some people are choosing B, some people are choosing C. You it's always how you guys always have different views. Really. Please, is it blur? I'm tired of reloading it and having to re-choose all the answer. I don't know. Is it from my end? It's already frustrating enough. Please, people on YouTube, is this blur? I think it's one person that keeps saying it's blur. I don't know if it's from your end or from my own end. Is it blur for you guys? For the rest of you? Ah, I don't know. Maybe it's your own network because I don't want to reload it. I've already. Okay, so let's see. Sarah Okonkwo would most likely support because she shared a balanced view. Would most likely support. This is where she said something. Would most likely support. Let's read. Allowing market forces to determine um, AI development. No, because you see the first argument here. They said the debate extend beyond economic consideration to fundamental question about safety and human autonomy. So that's like what the balance is saying is beyond the economic, that's the market force. So I'm glad nobody's choosing A. So this one is out of the place. Prohibiting certain application, prohibiting certain application. We look like okay, of certain applications of AI technology. Well, I see why some people are choosing B because here she believes that certain applications such as fully autonomous autonomous weapons system or social scoring mechanism should be banned outrightly. Mhm. Requiring AI, requiring all AI systems to have human supervision and implementing universal income. This one is out. So for the people choosing C, I think here is where they chose their C. So we'll determine which one is right and all. So Sarah Akuko is an advocate digital rights emphasizes that regulation should focus on protecting human agency. AI systems are increasingly making decisions that affect people's life from credit scoring to medical diagnosis, yet there is minimal oversight, ensuring that this system respects human rights and dignity. Okonkwo says she believes that certain applications should be outrightly, I don't want to read all this one again, should be banned outrightly. Mhm. So let's see. Prohibiting certain, which is true, or requiring all AI to have human supervision. I think this is, I will go with B. The reason why I will go, although she argues that yes, that there is minimal oversight, uh, what's it called, oversight, but she's not saying that all should have human supervision. Yes, there is an oversight, but what she said, Okonkwo says she believes this is what she be like. She believes that certain application should be banned outrightly, prohibiting certain application of AI. So I support people that said B. And then the next one is always know, like, let me explain this again. Requiring all AI system. You know, I always tell you exclusive words, what's it called? Extreme words, or AI that to have human supervision. She didn't mention, she only acknowledged that there is minimal oversight to ensure that this system respects human rights, but she's not saying that they require that all of them requires human supervision. Rather, she's the one that is more accurate. The statement that is more accurate between these two is this particular one, because she believes that certain application prohibited, banned outrightly. So when you use elimination, I eliminated these two. I'm left with these two, but which one is more accurate to what you have in your passage should be what you will be picking, and that is why I'm likely to go with part B, number option B. Quebec government approach to AI regulation can be described as what? Quebec reactive rather than proactive. Is, sorry, I want to see if I can. Uh-huh. Quebec's government approach to AI technology can be described as reactive rather than proactive, focused primarily on economic benefits, pragmatic and acknowledging ongoing adoption, more restrictive than federal proposal. So what do you guys choose? 2 seconds more. You guys, you should be giving me your options fast, fast. In exam, is this how you give me your response? Lesson. Provincial government has begun explore. Oh, sorry. How am I reading it? Okay. People are saying C. Yeah. And I would also agree with people that said C because, okay, let's look at all the options, reactive rather than proactive. I think one way or the other, I wouldn't say they're reactive, but no. Focus primarily on economic benefit. No, they are not focused primarily on benefit. They, you see where they said the challenge is finding balance. They want to find balance. So they are not focused primarily on the economic benefit. They want to find balance between beneficial innovation and preventing harm. The next one is here, pragmatic and acknowledging ongoing adaptation. They said it is, and that balance will likely need continuous adjustment as AI evolves, like adaptation as AI evolves. So ongoing adaptation. So I'll go with this. More restrictive than federal proposal. Yes, federal, they didn't talk about anything about federal proposal. So I will also like poor network from my end. Oh, sorry. Ogechi Jennifer. Sorry. I know it can be frustrating. So let's do. Remember, this place is filling the gap. And remember all the, because when you pick your options here, always remember what you picked in this place. It will help you answer some of the questions here. Let's see. And this is best filling the gap. This article perfectly captures the dash surrounding AI regulation in Canada, ongoing tension, political debate, technological, technical details, economic implications. Which one do you people choose? Oh yeah, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Joy, A. Okay. Joy from TikTok picked A. YouTube people, you people, is it YouTube that is slow to respond? Somebody have answered on TikTok. Thank you, Khadija. Then I find Patel's position particularly compelling her research dash as her research dash in AI system that many companies will prefer to ignore. Remember Patel. Who is Patel and what was her main argument when we answered this question? He said it's okay. I'll not tell you. You figure it out because in exam you're going to be figuring it out. After that, if you don't get it correct, I will not tell you. Please put number when you want to answer the next one for you two people. Two. Okay. Inherent. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Khadija. Sad. Ye- Gender, yeah. Thank you. You made me remember when I was studying sociology, wasting my time. Okay, you guys, I think yes. Of Yeah, because you already see based on this question, see what I told you, often perpetuate existing social inequalities. So highlight the inherent bias in the AI system that many companies would likely ignore, like bias that has to do with the social inequalities, like what's it called? Mm, why Chen raises valid concern about innovation. His comparisons to EU seems okay. You don't even need the passage. There's no point. Seems dash. Remember what his opinion was. Why Shane raises a valid concern about innovation. His comparison to EU seems dash. Do you people remember what his main discussion was talked when we answered the other question? I mean the other section. Uh-uh. You two people now, wow. Okay, let me go with I don't want to be wasting time with you guys. So let's see. Raises a valid concern. His innovation, his comparison to the EU seems, this is his comparison anyway. Thoroughly researched, somewhat misleading, entirely accurate, politically motivated. I don't think it as a cautionary tale, claiming that since it's embedded AI total formation has decreased. Thoroughly researched. I will go with thoroughly researched, like Joy. Khadija, why is it somewhat misleading? Let me see. Okay, let me read. What's missing from this discussion? Okay, sorry, I didn't. What's missing from this discussion is a quality of AI development itself, isn't it? Right? It is birth of creators. Um, Somewhat misleading. This comparison to how this question is actually tough. This one is out of the question. We can't say it's accurate. It's not politically motivated, but no, I'll go with somewhat misleading because of this. Why? Remember, why Chains raises a valid concern about innovation, his comparison to EU's always read your sentence and see the way, because this place is few complete the comment by choosing the best option in each glance. That's fill in the gap. Why he raises a valid concern? It's just like saying why I acknowledge that this thing is good. However, that means something else like is the other thing that is going to come up is going to be in contrast with what you have been saying. Why Chen raises a valid concern about innovation is comparison to EU. If I say thoroughly research, that means it's in support, and it contrasts this why. So always pay attention, because this says fill in the gap how your this thing. So I'll say somewhat misleading. Why is good, however, remember why yes, this is good. However, there is a bad side of it. Oh, this is bad. However, there is the other one is better. You remember, like when you are writing or when you are speaking, how you place your sentences. So this why how the sentences was framed, I wouldn't choose thoroughly researched. And it's not we are not there's no how for us to confirm that is entirely accurate, and he's a tech CEO. So I wouldn't say he's the politically motivated, like him, but he's not politically motivated. So it's between this A and B. However, with the way sentence was placed, I would go with this one better. So always like read your sentence when you get to this part and see how it is placed. I may be wrong anyways. I don't know the answer yet. What's missing from the discussion? Okay. What's missing from the discussion is the acknowledgement that AI development itself isn't natural. It reflects the priorities and values of its creators. Exactly. Quebec approach seem most sensible to me, as we need to start somewhere rather than waiting for perfect solution, consulting industry experts, investing in research, educating the public. This one is very easy. So, let me bring the listing down if you need it. You should be able to pick your options here. Rather than somewhere, rather than okay, yeah. Someone already picked A, and I'm going to whenever somebody drop a response, I'll go with the person. Oh, I'm not saying I will go with the person. I will answer. I agree with the person. I would go ahead and answer it. Yes, because see, we need to start somewhere rather than waiting for a perfect solution. And it was even said here somewhere. I think, I think they said it here. They said it somewhere in the sentence there. We cannot afford to wait for perfect regulation. However, that is even more seem more sensible to me, as we need to start somewhere rather than waiting for perfect solution. Yeah. I believe the ideal regulatory framework would combine transparency requirement with dash with let me read the option. Mandatory ethics training, financial incentive, strict liability provision, regular independent audits, combine transparency requirement with especially for application that directly impacts people's life. I believe the ideal regulatory framework will combine transparency requirement with dash. You guys, number 6. Okay, welcome. Abi, you have been here and I've not seen you before. Ah, is it network or okay? Is it this one you picked? Is it this question you picked A or the next one or the last one? Please, you guys should add number. I don't know if it's network delaying your responses to get to me. 5A, yeah. Transparency requirement with mandatory. Okay, yeah. Okay, you were on YouTube. Okay. So let's see. I know this question is a bit. The last one, I didn't. Let me see. We got all the other one. Oh, regular independent audits. I would never get this one question correct. If regular independent audit, transparency, some form of okay. I believe okay. Who talked about affecting people's life? Okay, but for the other, it's a good practice. You see how we got everything correct, just one wrong. But even in the exam, I would have still gotten that one wrong. This one, I would have still gotten it wrong. So let's go to part three because our time, oh, part three, sorry, because our time has gone. The word largest. I want to I always like something interesting. They say something is world largest living organism. Let me get the paper. You know how I like to. I always like to do this one with the paper. Also, you can also do the part four that we just finished with the paper. If you are someone that is that can't that struggle to remember what they read, like when you read somebody's name, you write the person and say support, Patel, support, Okafor. In contrast, what's the only thing? The one against, sorry. Then this person's name, balanced. You can write it if it will help you remember better. So let's go. Pando. Oh, Pando is a massive colonial colony. Is a massive colonial colony of quaking aspen trees located in Utah, Fish Lake National Forest of quaking. Okay, I will say description. Anyways, description and maybe history. That's here. It's still not about description is what I wrote. Pando reproduces. For people that are joining us for the first time, let me explain. So what I do is to skim for all my Celpip reading, the ones that has a reading part, apart from part from part 2. I read the first line of each sentences. It gives me an overview of what the whole passage is all about and what is discussed in each paragraph. So for this part, why I read the first line, I would in my head think about what this first line from what I read, what are they going to be discussing. So as I read this thing, Pando is a massive cronial colony of quaking aspen trees. Okay, it's actually a tree. When I read the topic, sorry, I want to go back. You see, what the name is largest living organism. I was thinking it's an animal, colony of quaking aspen trees. This one gave me a lot of idea. Okay, this is a tree located in Utah Fish Lake National Forest. So this is the whole topic is going to be talking about Pando. But this passage now, from reading about this, I know that okay, this place describe what Pando is for me, and that is why in my book I'll write paragraph A talks about description. This helps me like to know where I'm going to be looking for my questions. So I read just that one line. I go to the next line. I read the first line again. Pando reproduces primarily through a process known as vegetative reproduction, where new system emerge directly from the shared roots network rather than from seeds. So I would just say reproduction process. I'm not writing in full. I just use process and then I write B. B is talking about reproduction. So as I read this place now, I know that okay, it's talked about the reproduction known as the reproduction process. And I know that all the sentences that are going to be following is going to be talking the process that reproduction goes through from all the process of that reproduction to maybe when it's life cycle, the process it goes through. Let me just say reproduction and life, reproduction, life. That's like when you read the sentence, it's not necessarily you can pick something from this. Or yes, I pick here, but from what I read, from shared root rather than from the seed, how it comes to life. So that is why you think about okay, what is this? What is this line? This intro because this each paragraph is introduced with the first sentence. So what is this thing trying to tell me that they talked about here? So it's talking about like reproduction and maybe life cycle or life. That's what I would I that's what I think. You may if you think in your head, you may think another thing, which is fine. But I will just write that down and write paragraph B. And then the next one, estimating Pando's age has proven to be one of the most contentious issues among researchers. Mm, age argument research. See, you don't want to see what I'm writing, but it makes sense to me. It just have to make sense to you. I just write age ARG and I write RES. It's research that I write, but it's just how it makes sense to me, and that's what I write C. And then I read the next one. Despite his extraordinary resilience over millennia. So here now, I think they will be talking, like I said, whatever they will be discussing would just have to be how do they want to determine the age of Pando's age. Like this is what they will be talking about in this whole paragraph. Yes. Despite his extraordinary resilience over millennia, Pando now faces significant threats. D. That threat is enough. Like the threat facing Pando. Everything is about Pando, but the different sections, how is section. So now we'll now go to when you run through your sentence just by your paragraph, just by reading the first line. After doing that, you go to your um uh, questions. Scientists disagree about how long the organism has existed, which from what I have read so far. Okay, before we go into the question, let me see. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see, but as I just said, you see what I wrote. I wrote description, reproduction slash life, age, ARG, that's age argument slash research for C, and D, threat is D. So out of these four things, description, reproduction slash life, age argument, threat, where do you think this question would fall into? You guys, oh yeah, be fast, oh, be fast. Me, my food has gotten cold. I want to go and microwave it like it. Yeah. See, exactly. Anybody that answers, I will start talking. So now you already somebody said from what we have read now is likely to be in C because that's where I wrote age argument, disagree about how long they have existed. So what you will now do is to go to that part. The first thing is for you to know where it lies. You don't have to waste time. Okay, C, because you already know this thing cannot be discussed under threat. It cannot be discussed under reproduction or something. Okay, if I go to C, if I don't see it, I'll pick A. You don't need to be wasting time going up and down. Regular, I don't want to say regular customers, the regular people that are here knows that that's how we do. So we'll go to C and then we use our keyword. How long the organism have existed. So, but okay, this is even like a very clear. Another thing is actually like very clear. Has proven to be one of the exactly. So I use my keyword scientists and how long they have existed. So I see scientists, and that's my keyword. I read why some scientists has proposed that organisms could be the organism could be as old as 80,000 years. Others argued that a more conservative estimate of approximately 14,000 years is more scientifically defensible. So here, scientists disagree about how long the organism have existed. I would say yes. That's it. Okay, I have already chosen, and this thing confirm it. Like yes, there are two people. There are people arguing. The scientists are arguing about how long it had existed. This statement proves it. Then the next one, the subterranean network at last the visible portion of the colony. Which part? The subterranean network at last the visible portions of the colony. Which part do you think this one is going to be? At last. Oh, and I'm showing you people keyword. I'm not supposed to be showing you. So always know your keyword. Anyway, let me tell you, when you want to read and identify the keyword will give you an idea where it's going to be. Like this one is scientist and existed age. How long? Like age. Existed. So the subterranean network has at last the visible portions of the colony. Wait, what? Mm, Khadija, you said A. Let me again. Let me okay. Other people. It's only Khadija that is answering this one. Part D. Joyo said part A. Ah. Oh yeah, all of you that said part A, part D, and paragraph. Tell me why you chose A. Why from before we go there? Because I want people to know where we are going to and what in this question made you feel like. Remember that we have description in A as A. B is reproduction and life cycle, like life. The how it comes to life to it die away. What till its last phase of the life cycle. Let me not say by away in my video. I'm gonna say it in the exam. Anyways, then C is age argument, D is threat. Khadija, which one you are choosing two options and tell me why you chose your two options. Which one? Is it the B? B is the last one you chose, so I assume that's your last option. Other people on let me see people on why can't I see people's name? You people on YouTube, we have 20 people online, but I've only seen Khadija and Omolara dropping comments. T and TBF. Two is B. So you people should So Joy, why you people are not telling me why you pick B? Why you people decide to choose B? Is it because of the options I read? Anyways, for me, I will go with Southern Network at last the visible portions of the colony. For me, like from the option I have written down, from what I have written down as what is discussed, I'll go with this at live at last. I feel like it's at leaves. At leaves. That's what I don't know if that's the meaning, but that's the meaning I'm telling myself in my head that the subterranean network at least the visible portion of the colony. So for me, I will go to B. But however, so I'll go to B, subterranean network, and then visible portion of the I would oh sorry, my eye is not working. Colony. system within the colony has a lifespan of approximately, yet the root itself believed to be vastly older. That's where like my mind is because I see colony, because I use of the colony. Mm, this method enables the colony to expand out of no, that's not where I'm reading. The individual stem within the colony have a typical lifetime of 100 to 130 years. Yet the TikTok people have started again with their wala. You see why I hate TikTok. Yet the root stem itself is believed to be vastly older. At last, the visible portion of the colony. Mhm. Yes, that sentence. I've not eaten since morning. That's why I'm putting one spoon in my mouth. I want to explain. So, visible portion is the this is a tree. They said the visible portion. So when you read something, read the meaning. So they said the network at last the visible portion of the colony. The colony is a tree. Is a massive. Remember when they described it? They said Pando is a massive coronal colony of quaking aspen tree. So the colony is like the tree itself. So now they said, what was that thing I was trying to explain? So the individual stem from it has typical lifetime of 100 to 130 years. Yet, the root system itself is believed to be vastly older. So, the subterranean network that the subterranean network is the root. It outlives the visible portion of the colony. That's the visible is like this the stem. People should not mind me. So I will pick B, but for people that said, I guess it's E. I don't know. This subterranean network, like its roots, is referring to the roots. So it's telling you that the root outlives the visible portion. The visible portion is the stem. So here they told you, okay, the stem is the individual stem within the colony is typically 100 years or to 130, yet the stem itself is vastly older. You see, when I told you, when I see at live was what at last it live longer than it. So it's telling you the roots live longer than the visible portion of the stem. So I will still go with B. I'm able to confirm it from this statement. But which other option did you people pick? Nobody. D. I don't know if I wouldn't. For me, I would not go to any other option. I believe this is correct. Well, if people don't agree with me, you tell me which option I will go. So, but if I have checked here and it's not here in exam, I will go with E. But for me, I believe it's there. I believe, yet the root itself is believed to be vastly older. So I will still maintain my B. It's not E. I know this sentence. A lot of people don't know what subterranean network means. Subterranean root, the roots. You know, they're referring to the roots. That's what is confusing the people to say E. The organism designation originates from a term in a classical language. The organism's designations originate from a term. Another thing, like read it to make sense to you. That's why, like, read the sentence to make sense to you. The organism's designations originate from a term in a classical language. Exactly. Origin, description. Like I would actually like agree with A. Exactly. Thank you. TBF was is it TBF? TBF. I don't know if that's your name, but yeah, I will go to A because from this is the origin, the description, the history. When you read this question, it's telling you origin, history, description. Immediately, I will go to A. I agree. Yes, okay, I agree with you. So let's our keyword, the organism designation. Designation is like, okay, put like position, originate from a term or name, like what's your designation, like what's your, I'm a manager, like the term, your, like the name or something. Your title. Designation is like title. Title is like name or something. So let's see. The name Pando derived from a classical language. TikTok has ended my show. They are not serious. Oh, sorry. So sorry. The the name Pondo derived from a Latin word, means I spread. Yeah, in a classical language, it originates from a term in a classical language, which is Latin. Yeah. So a yeah, Latin is a classical language. Yes, TBF. Pando's roots extend deeper than most other Aspen's colony. Pando's root system extend deeper than most what is it called? Than most other Aspen colonies. Which this thing would you people choose? A, B, C, D. So we'll go and confirm. Let me know who before you people. Let me not go to the this thing before you people. You- So B, B part. But is this found in B? I don't think, based on the fact that I would in exam I will also go to B, because and I check, but there's no place that is talking about like how deeper into than most other Aspen colonies. So I would actually, for me, I would feel is eh okay, root is actually a single connected by enormous underground root system, but like its extension, they just said it's connected by root system. They now said always remember extend deeper than most, extreme word, again extreme word, but it didn't even say deeper than, like how the extension, they were not talking about the extension. Even if you say under, they just said it's connected by enormous underground road system. So I'll go with E. If you say A or B, E. I don't think it will be in C. C is talking about age argument and research. D is talking about threat. So it's not likely to be in C or D. So even if you chose A and A or B to go through them, there's no point going through C and D. It's not in any of this where they talked about roots. It only said it's connected by. So I will go with E. Barriers have been installed because your time management is knowing, oh, it's not there, it's not supposed to be in anywhere else, because the moment you start looking all the paragraph, and remember in exam one paragraph is full of this, if you start going through all of this you won't finish in your exam. barrier has been Barriers has been installed to safeguard part of the colony. Which part of Is this thing going to be under description, reproduction, or life cycle, or life age argument, or threat? Barriers have been installed to safeguard part of the colony. This one should be easy. D, exactly. Okay, I agree with you, because safeguard is threat. You see the keyword. You people are not seeing very well. I'll read something now to look at it. See, safeguard part of the colony. Immediately, threat. Exactly. Threat will come to your head. Like, okay, let me go and look for it in threat. If it's not there, I don't think it will be anywhere else. So I will go. Mhm. What is the keyword you are looking for? Barriers or fence or anything like fence or something. That's what that barrier means, to safeguard part of the colony. Fencing. This is it. In in response, because in response, that is maybe to safeguard part of the colony. In response, have fragmented portion of the root system. In response, the United States Forest Service has erected protective fencing around section of the colony to encourage new growth. Have installed to safeguard part of the colony, exactly, around sections of the colony, has erected around sections of the colony. So yeah. You see, I didn't even know that they will use the word fencing, but immediately I read barriers have been installed to safeguard in my head. So your head should be thinking, before I even scroll down, I told you people fence. What does barrier mean? When you put a barrier, it's like you're putting a fence. So for something not to enter, or for people not to encroach. So the next one, Pando surpasses, Pando surpasses all other organisms in total mass. I think I have seen this one. I really wish to know. Sorry, I really wish to. I'm not reading well. I'm not seeing well. I really wish. I really wish to know how to make each paragraph in a sentence. Like, I don't know if you can rephrase your question. Is it like each paragraph, like how I turn it into one word? Is that what you're asking? Pando surpasses all other organisms in total mass. This one now, Pando surpasses, I feel like, okay, they are still describing what Pando is. Like when they were that this should be in where they will be discussing what Pando, like the description of Pando. Monisola, please, can you rephrase your question again? Are you asking how I put them in? So I feel like this is should be in description section, where they were all or talking about the origin or the history, the description, basically, like that is it. So I'll just go there and confirm if it's really there or not. All of that organism in total mass. So I'll see. The colony weighs 6,000, making it the heaviest known living organism on Earth. Mm. Pando surpasses all other organisms in total mass. What's mass? Mass is weight, right? Is yeah. So I'll go with A, because surpasses means making it the heaviest known living organism. That means it passed everything. Known living organism surpasses all other living organisms with. Don't know. So 7. Seasonal temperature fluctuation. Seasonal temperature fluctuation affect the rate of stem replacement. Where would this be? I don't know. I don't think anywhere discussed about temperature. But if I want to look, if I look at my book, I can check C maybe. And the reason why I'm checking C is affects the rate of stem replacement life cycle. Let me see if I check but I for me I will play E because there's no place feel temperature was discussed, but I will just check C to confirm and just pick E if I don't see temperature here. And the reason why I'm checking C is seasonal temperature affect the rate of stem replacement. The stem is not even replaced. This place is only talking about age, is even age argument. Why am I checking C? So no, I will pick E. So the next one, because if you think about it, description, it cannot be in the description. Reproduction is even more like going to be in B, in reproduction, the rate of, but I don't think it's there. Instead of the C that I talked about, if you want to, if you read about it, so you read your sentence, where can it be? Can it be in description? Can it be where they discuss this? Can it be here? Can it be here? So that you know where to go to immediately. So since no seasonal fluctuation, I don't think they talked about stem replacement. They only talked about the trunk died, the root system. So no. So yeah, and they didn't even talk about season temperature anyway. So I'll go with E. So there's no point to go to other places. The colony's genetics sameness was first detected through visual examination. The colony's genetic sameness was first detected. Genetic sameness was first detected through visual examination. Remember our options. Should I still continue to read the options for you people? A is in exam. I don't know the option you choose. Is it my option? Is it what I description? B is reproduction and life cycle. C is age, argument, and research. D is threat. So where is it going to be? Genetic sameness was first detected through visual examination. People are choosing A, B. Me, I will say research. If you read this sentence, I will first go to research. What is through visual examination? So research. That's what I will go to because I wrote research. 8, I'll go to research first. I know you people have choose A, I've choose B, but I'll not waste time to go there. I'll go to where I feel it will be and we'll check there. The genetic sameness was first detected through visual research. Visual, I said visual research, visual examination. And if I read this thing through visual examination, through research, was first detected through research. This visual examination for me is research. I don't know, it can mean another thing to you, anyways. So let's see. The colony's genetic sameness was first detected through visual research. So I see something here was as a tingle. Uniform characteristics of the tree. So let's see. The colony was first formally identified as a single genetic entity in 1968 by Michigan, University of Michigan's botanist Burton Baines, who noticed the uniform characteristics of the tree. Yeah. Wait, what's the keyword? Through visual examination. Who noticed universal characteristics of the tree? Detected through visual examination. But research itself, among researchers. Who noticed the uniform character? This is the genetics sameness as first detected, but through visual examination. Confirmed the and then conducted in 1960, confirmed the hypothesis through DNA analysis, definitely by establishing a singular. But yeah, I'll go with what is it called? I'll go with C, confirming it as a singular colonial organism. Yeah, molecular is visual. Okay, molecular scientist. Okay, yeah, conducted. I don't know, but I do notice the visual. I don't know what molecular is, but then the through DNA analysis. Molecular, yeah. Okay, molecular, yeah. I remember what that molecular is. Thank you. It's me that I'm not thinking. Thank you. Visual. Yeah, that molecular. Yeah, that is always in the lab. Molecular studies, like all those molecular studies. That's oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oshe. Yeah. The colony grows by generating offshoot from below. The colony grows by generating offshoot from below the surface. So this will be in okay. You guys, where would this be? Let me not say it. I wanted to answer it, but because this is the last one. The colony grows by generating offshoot from below the hmm? We have description, we have for A, B is reproduction and life cycle. C is argument and exactly B. I'll go to B. The colony grows by generating offshoot. You see how my this thing has been helping me to choose my options since. When I read the sentence, it will tell me where. The only thing I have to go to the this thing to do is to confirm if it's true. So which line? Now I was going to be asking you people which line, sir. Which line? Line 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Colony expands outwards continuously, producing genetically identical offspring. People that chose B in YouTube, where did you choose B? The colony grows. So let's see. The colony expands. The method of propagation enables the colony to expand outwards continuously. This is talking about method of propagation, producing genetically identical atoms. Why I've seen where the answer lies. 3 to 4. Oh, now well done. No. Why the answer is B, I agree, but this is where it lies. They said the colony grows by generating offshoots from below the surface. From the below the surface is what? Root. You read, you understand. It generates offshoot. It offshoot from below the. Thank you. Whoever said B. Yeah, 2, line 2. Where new stem, that's offshoot, emerge directly from shared root network instead of like it grows from here they're telling you that it grows from the root rather than from seed, like I mean, from shared root or shoot from below the surface, that it's where, because this is where you reproduce primarily through where new stems offshoot generating offshoots emerge directly from below the surface from the shared roots rather than from seed. Yeah, that's where it lies. So this is how I pick all my answers and then we'll submit. I'm pretty, I was thinking we'll fail one. But yeah, we did well. So the main thing is read the like when you go through your scheme, like I said, read first line fast in 1 minute. Decide your keyword for each of the, oh, what are they discussing? What are they going to be discussing in this paragraph from the first line of your sentence? It will help you to answer a lot of questions. I don't know. But these things, this method, like I write it down, description. Then here I write reproduction and life cycle. Here I write age, argument, yeah, and then research, RES. And then I wrote threads. So when I read my question, you now read your question to understand what are they, you see how I read some question and like that one that said barrier. Immediately I tell myself, this is fence. This one, immediately I say, I read the last question. See, I immediately, like, the colony grows. I already know that the colony, they're talking about the tree, like the pando tree, grows by generating offshoots. What is offshoot? Immediately I see certain words that, okay, what is offshoot? I told myself, what offshoot? Maybe stem in a tree. It should be, they should be talking by generating stem. That's what I feel. Like, I try to understand it immediately before I even, like, okay. And then surface, from the surface, from below the surface. So that means from whatever is in the below the surface is the root. So it should be from the root. So I read my sentence to understand it. I already know that, okay, when I read it, I say, okay, this should be in where they are discussing B, where they're discussing the life cycle, the reproduction, how it grows, how it germinates, how it's whatever. So, but then I try to make sense of the sentence because I'm pretty sure that they are never going to use this sentence the same way there. So how will I know, like, okay, this is the sentence they are referring to in my head? I try to break it down in my own head for myself. Offshoot is stem, this place is root. Immediately, that's it. That's what you're supposed to do when you get your sentence. The same genetic sameness, the same was first detected. Like I told you, like when I see this through research, I already see, okay, where can it be discussed? I have research written down. So this thing more like mean research to me. So from what I wrote down, so I feel like it will be in research. They are not going to use exact same thing. So you start telling yourself, okay, what will I be looking out for? What are the things I'm likely to be looking out for? Because they are not going to use the same sentence. I keep repeating myself. So surpasses organism. So that is justice. You see how I always like to go through my this thing. Although we didn't fail anyone, I only go through when I fail anyone. I'll be like, okay, let me know why I did wrong. Then like this one again, the subterranean network at last. So Lord, at last in my head, at last means at leaves. You see how I break it down, so that I will know. Once I break it down to how I understand it, I will know that, okay, when I go to my paragraph, then the synonyms of what I now told myself will now start coming. Like, okay, when I see something that is synonym to the simple meaning I gave myself, it's easier for me to pick that, okay, this is where my answer lies. Anyways, let's do B. I'm not sure we are going to do A today. I didn't start early because I have a lot of technical. You see how we cannot trust computer. Let me just pick anyone. No time going through anything. Is this B? Yeah, I think it's B. Let me just pick anyone. I'm not. I don't know. Okay, it's actually good, but okay, yeah, let's pick it. Perfect. We are not going to do one today. It's always easy. So, but I'm sorry. Maybe we'll do part one tomorrow and then do writing and writing. Perfect paint section. Perfect paint selection guide, color selection tips, and finishes by home design experts website. Room color recommendation, paint finish guide, paint finishes guide, tips, test color on the wall before purchase, buy 10%. I like to read tips or any extra information I have. So if you used to join us, you will know. Buy 10% extra paint for touch-ups. 1 gallon covers approximately 4 allow 4 hours between coats. Okay, contact specialist on phone and email. Color may appear different under various lighting conditions. Sample cards available at retail store, at our local retail store. So we go. So I've used my 1 minute to go through my this thing. Hi Sarah, thanks for asking about the paint recommendation for your new house. Since you mentioned dash, I think you should consider using Dreamy Cloud. So your keyword here now, since you mentioned dash, I think you should consider using Dreamy Cloud. They already told you what to use, which is I think is a paint. So I'll use so when you read your sentence, identify your keyword. Dreamy Cloud should be it stands out for me. I'll use Dreamy Cloud as my this thing, and I think it should be in part of in because you why I read all this, see how I read all the headings and all and all. I read all the headings. It's just to tell me where exactly where to go. So you should definitely consider using Dreamy Cloud. So like I will just go to the room's recommendations. That's what I would likely go to. Since you mentioned that, thank you for I think you will consider using Dreamy Cloud. Maybe like the color for me, because we have room color recommendation and the other one is paint finishing guide. I don't think that's the other section we have. I don't think it should be in paint finishing guide. And so I just feel like with this, consider using Dreamy Cloud. I will think it's in the room color recommendation. So use Dreamy Cloud. I'm not going to be giving you keyword again. I just showed you like how I go through my my this thing for the people joining us for the first time. I go through all my subheadings. You don't have time to be reading all of this because they may not ask you question in all of them, and you don't even have that time. If you to do, you only have 1 minute to study yours, so you should know. Just know you can. What you can only do is like maybe you can decide to do like this place now. Paint finish guide, you can do matte finish, eggshell, satin, semi-gloss and gloss, but don't start reading all their options, no. But so now I just feel like wanting a calm wanting a calming atmosphere for your dash. Exactly, it tells you about the atmosphere or how you want the room to look alike. So I already tell you the right section. What do people pick? 1A, somebody said A. I recommend you should consider using Dreamy Cloud. Wanting a calm. So that means the person is already recommending Dreamy Cloud. The person that is choosing A, wanting a calm atmosphere for your bedroom. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Dreamy Cloud. I already saw it. Calming tone. Okay, that is it. Exactly. Wanting a calm atmosphere for your bedroom. Yes. So where I see Dreamy Cloud, when I was going up and down, I saw Dreamy Cloud. Anyway, that's why I went straight there. But in other thing, in other in if it's in the exam, because I was explaining, you don't have to be going up and down. When you see Dreamy Cloud, you just what you do is to use your eye. You come here, you search quickly. No Dreamy Cloud, you just go. When you see your Dreamy Cloud, you now start. That's where you will stop. You will now stop there and start reading the options. So this is calming tone, yeah, calming atmosphere. So the next one, you guys will do it. It is actually a designer favorite and would create the perfect atmosphere for your kitchen renovation. I recommend going with a dash. They already told you where to go. So finish because it is durable and moisture resistant. So you guys already know where to go. Ahead exactly. Designer pick is another one too. Like if you continue, it's actually designer favorite, yeah. But that's another thing for you to know that this is the correct answer. So for this one now, you people, where should I go? You already know, they already told you. So you will always see in your email, in the body, it will tell you the section. So the section now, and then it is both durable and moisture resistant. Then what you will always identify before going to your diagram is your section, which is finish, the finish section. And then the keyword now, you will now identify another thing, keyword durable and moisture resistant. That's how you answer this part. So identify the section, finish. It tells you this, and then somebody already told us the answer. Let me check if it's, oh, okay. Who is that? TBF. Thank you. Khadija, why did you say kitchen? Okay, ideals for kitchen, exactly. And another thing is to confirm is ideal for kitchen. Yeah. Kitchen is another keyword again. But for your kitchen renovation, that's your keyword. Then, but the section, you will know the section by finish. It tells you. So yeah, somebody says semi-gloss. So I agree. Then the next one, you are asked about the living room walls that have some minor imperfection. I'll suggest using a dash. You asked about you, you asked about the living room walls that have some minor imperfection. I'll suggest using a dash finish since it's best at hiding those flaws. So I will not tell you your keyword. I will not tell you anything. So go and figure it out and let's see if you guys figured it out. I already told you how to minor imperfections and living room. You asked about the living room wall. So what am I telling you again? Okay. Thank you. Someone has oh, I'm not looking at TikTok people. Fola, are you the TBF on YouTube? Polly, are you? I don't even know if you are Fola. I'm calling you Fola. Are you TBF on YouTube? No, TBF has answered. That means they are different people. Yes, three. No, three is mate. It's not gloss. See it here. It says hides imperfection. This this one says shows imperfection. You see, it shows imperfection, hides imperfection. Be careful. You have imperfection. We asked about the review. I suggest using that since it's best for hiding those flaws. Hides imperfection. This one shows imperfections. You see, be careful. By the way, for you, by the way, for your bedroom project, you might want to look at dash. It is currently the most popular choice and will work perfectly with. Okay, yeah, you might want to look at dash. Let's finish this one. People want me to go up, Abby. Okay, Tolu, you are Tolu. Okay, you are two different people. Tolu and Fola. I don't know if Fola is Fola. Well, me, I'm giving you Fola, Sha. Oh, Moni Lola. Okay, on YouTube. Oh, okay, okay, okay. You guys, this one is easy because it's, but you are wasting time. Thank you, Tolu. Thank you, TBF. I'll still call you TBF. And Khadija. Yeah, and Oluwaseun. We are just coming. I'm just seeing your name. Yes, because it's here. They already your keyword is bathroom for your bathroom project. Bathroom. Mm, most popular ocean mist. Joy. Yeah, Joy, you got that correct. So it's currently their most popular choice and would work perfectly with the dash finish they recommend. So this place already told us another section. You see how you would identify the section. So let me know waste people's time to tell you is it go up or down. So and we'll go dash. In fact, they even it's even on it. It's even written on that body. There's no point to go down safe. And it will go well with. But let me go down. Yeah, Joy. That's correct. Semi and yeah, Shem TBF. Yeah, exactly. It's written here. Semi gloss or gloss, and it's also here ideal for bathroom and kitchen. So yeah. So they recommend they recommend for bathrooms. Let me know if you need any more advice. Then the next one. Emma is helping Sarah because dash. Emma, let's see. I don't because you guys, what's the answer? I've seen my answer. Let me eat my food. Khadija, what do you mean by a new house? Close the option. Okay. Let me know if you need any more advice. That's the only thing that is here. I'm not sure the option is affecting it. But let me go up. Mhm. I think this is working. Do you want me to scroll up or down? Up, please. Hmm. Yeah, I agree with Tolu. This is Emma. Emma is the person writing the email. And she's talking to Sarah. I say, hi, Sarah. Thank you for asking for paint recommendation for your new house. Okay. Hmm? I'll still go with for your new house. That's a keyword. Okay, that's where Khadija is mentioning new house. Yeah. Because that's just actually they are not professional painters. Sarah bought wrong paint. No, she works at Pocket Paint. They didn't tell us that. Well, kitchen renovation, and also another thing like where she mentioned minor imperfections, like the wall have some minor imperfections. So I also assume that is renovation. Yeah. Okay, for your kitchen renovation, exactly. Yeah. The guide suggests that for high traffics, for suggest that for high traffic area dash they said the guide, so you know that you're not going to be using this, you're going to be using the guide. So the guide suggests that for high traffic area dash matte finish is the best, semi gloss should be used, satin finish works well, gloss is recommended. Okay, Jennifer, this is the first time I'm seeing your name. Let me see. Have I been missing your? We have a lot of new. I can't even see our old member. Our old member just stay on TikTok. Uh, I only have new people. It's Khadija that is a familiar name here, and Creams. I don't know if Creams is still here. Is it Creams or Creams? Asheun, I think he joined last week, right? Yeah, Satin, exactly. Is here. They say perfect for high highway, high traffic area. Sorry. According to the guide, again, you see, the guide, sometimes you need the email. Sometimes it will just tell you, so you don't bother to go in up to the email. So you read, according to the guide, again, when painting a room, you should dash. Which part of you want me to go up or down? If you want me to go up or down, buy exactly what you need. Always use gloss finish, purchase extra paint multiple coats immediately. No, they didn't say that. When painting a room, down. I don't think it's in down. Buy exactly what you need. Always use gloss finish, no? Purchase extra, maybe paint multiple. No, this one is eliminated. Let's go to room, bedroom. No. Let me close the option so that I think I want the option to go down so that I can scroll down. Sorry. The option refuses to go down. This one is actually tough for us to determine. But in exam, you pick anyone and like thank God is the last one, anyways. So according to the guide, when painting a room, you should buy 10 Photoshop. No, buy exactly what you need. Buy. This one is eliminate immediately. Paint multiple options. No, because they said you wait 4 hours between quotes. Mm, always use gloves. I don't think it's always. Joy, why did you say buy extra? I think it's buy extra paint. Purchase it. It's not. It's not. Because buy 10% extra Photoshop tips. Yeah, buy exactly what you need. They didn't say buy exactly what you need, which is they say buy 10% extra Photoshops. I mean, the second tip. Yeah, yeah. This, yeah, this is the only thing that, according to the guy, when painting a room, test on the wall before purchasing. Yeah, even if you use the elimination, like me, what I do when I feel like okay, this question is hard, I'll eliminate this. This one they didn't really say ideal for gloss is. They only said it's best for trim and doors. So no, it's not always used. It's not for a room. So I eliminate this. Buy exactly what you need. No, they didn't say buy exactly what you need. They even asked you to buy extra Photoshop. So yeah, you leave this. So we'll go with this and then we'll submit. Yeah. Do you guys want us to do one, or we can do without one today? We wasted a lot of time before starting today. Chisom, you came late today. Or you have been on YouTube. I don't know if you have been on YouTube. Should we do one, or we should call it a day? What if people say is I will do? I'm already here. Well, oh yeah, let's do one. Okay. This one me just coming. Let's just do one and go. I'll just pick anyone. I'm not picky. Plan. Okay. Dear Samantha, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to you about an idea I've been considering for our neighborhood. As you know, I adopted my golden retriever, Bella. Oh, why am I reading the whole letter? Okay. Dear Samantha, I hope this email finds you well. I'm write to you about an idea I've been considering for our neighborhood. Last week, while walking Bella in Stanley Park, I ran into our neighbor Michael from Cedar Street. Here is what I'm thinking. We could finish a rotating schedule where each member takes turn walking a small group of dogs for about an hour. Where the sentence stop is a long sentence, perhaps 3 to 4 minutes per week. Okay. I was thinking we could meet this Saturday, perhaps around 10 a.m. at the small cafe at Maple Avenue, the Daily Grid, to discuss the detail. I'm a bit nervous about organizing something like this, as I have never coordinated a community project before, but I am really excited about the potential benefits. Why would you be interested in joining us? Please let me know if you could make it on Saturday, or if another time will work better for you. Warm regards, Jennifer Thompson. Remember, when you're writing your emails down, don't write it like this. So I think this is an error. They would put your name underneath here. Anyways, Jennifer's main purpose in writing this email is to dash complain about her busy work schedule. Invite from this. When I read all this thing now, I see like, okay, they are talking about walking a dog, even though, yeah, I hope this email will find you well. Last week I ran into Michael here. He's going to talk about Michael here. He's going to take turns in working small group of dogs. Okay, this where it confirms to me that they were talking about working a dog. I'm a bit nervous about this. This is a community project, anyways. Here she'll be discussing her nervousness. Here she will be talking about, and she wanted to know if he's interested or well not. So let me know if it works. So like it gives me an idea. Like reading this give me an overview. Again, I've said that main purpose of writing in this email is to complain about her busy work schedule, invite Samantha to join a dog walking group, ask for advice about training her golden retriever, organize a neighborhood meeting at a cafe. B, invite to join a dog walking group. Okay. Let's see the last one. Yeah, this is the answer. It's not meeting. It's not about this one is, yeah, they did mention this one in the passage, so in the paragraph somewhere where they want to meet, but that's not the purpose of writing this whole email. Is about walking the dogs, but here they talked about meeting. Smaller a passage, if something is discussed in a particular passage, it doesn't mean that it's the overview of the whole article or the whole email. So this is the one that talks, because all this place is talking about from walking the dog, where he bumped into another neighbor. Everything is just about like giving her reason to join the dog walking group. Jennifer got an idea Jennifer got the idea for a dog walking group from Dash. So for me, for this part, is always like your question are organized paragraph by paragraph, like from the this thing. And another thing, okay, your question is organized paragraph by paragraph. So for me, I would always go to the next paragraph, like, and see. They are not always far off each other, like where you see your purpose. Two, A, exactly this one. I ran into a neighbor, Michael, from Cedar Street. He mentioned facing the same issue because this is where the issue started, where he said, I adopted my golden retriever 6 months ago and she has been finding it difficult to do her exercise because of work schedule. So now his neighbor Michael also had the same issue. So this sparked an idea, like you see, about dog walking group for professionals like us. So yeah, conversation with a neighbor. Thank you, Chisom Fola and Khadija. Yeah, you guys got it correct. According to the email, each member of the group would need dash. I'm about to be figuring out my own answer. I'm here trying to eat. Each member of the group would need to. Mm. Mm-hmm. Look, I've seen my answer. It's even in the first line of the next paragraph. Yeah. No, sorry. Here. It says take turn in working a group of dogs, maybe 3 to 4 for maximum of an hour. Where each member takes turn to work the group of dogs. So yeah. Jennifer suggests meeting at. Have you guys answered? Follow, you've answered this. Follow, always add number to your question, your distance, so that we'll know which one you're answering. Yeah. Abi, Money Soland, I will call you Fola. You just know that you are the one I'm referring to as Fola. Yeah, the Daily Grind Cafe is a small cafe. So you go to the next one. Jennifer feels confident about organizing community. Yeah. No, not yeah. Uncertain about her daily ability to coordinate the group. Worried that Samantha might not participate. Concerned about the neighbor's behavior. This is a tone, like an attitude question or tone, like you define. Exactly. Khadija, yeah. Yeah. Chisom, yeah. Fola, you said confident. I don't think she's confident. See where she said, I'm a bit nervous about organizing something like that. I'm a bit nervous about organizing something like this. I have never coordinated a community project before. Although she's excited, but she's nervous. So she's also uncertain about her ability to coordinate the group. She's not confident. She said she's nervous because she has never, but she's only excited about the benefit, but she's not worried that Samantha might not join. She's just, I'm a bit nervous about organizing that's community, coordinating the group, like her ability. Because she has never, organizing is coordinating, like organizing it. And so she has never done it. So this is the right answer. Although, yeah, she's wondering if, even here, she's like, okay, would this time work for you? But she's not really worried. Her feeling, this is not about her feeling. This place is just asking her, if this work, if this work or not. But um, for her feelings, that I told you, attitude question based on tone. I'm a bit nervous. Like, okay, yeah. So Jennifer believes Samantha would be valuable to the group because, yeah, B. Here she said, I value your input, especially since you have lived in the neighborhood longer than I have. Yeah. So let's do this fast. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for your email. Thanks for your email. I think neighborhood dog working group is a fantastic idea, complicated idea, brilliant idea, familiar idea, expensive idea. Which one did you people pick? I pick fantastic, fantabulous. Yeah, Shelly definitely needs. Shelly definitely needs more exercise than I can provide these most days. I'll be happy to join the meeting this Saturday at the Daily Grind. Actually, I've been thinking about something similar myself, but never had enough time to organize it. Thought it would, but never thought it would work in our area. Trusted other dog owners enough, wanted to work, but never wanted to work other people's dog. Which one? Yeah, I think I'll go with eight. So had enough time to organize it. So this one, sorry, I've not read it. I know several dog owners who might be interested too. The couple who recently moved in across from me have a very energetic beagle who would benefit from this arrangement. Regarding the regarding your proposed dash, I think it sounds reasonable, though we might want to consider how to handle different working preferences. Yeah, oh, 1 minute, 1 minute. No, for Money Lola, Money Fola, sorry. Regarding your proposed, if you, if you put meeting location, I think it sounds reasonable, though we might want to consider how to to handle different working preferences. I think rotation schedule is different is the is the appropriate thing here, not meeting schedule. If you put meeting location, no, the rest of the thing she was talking about wasn't talking about meeting. It was talking about the working of the dog, where they said mm, rotating schedule, which we could take turn in working the dogs. So yeah, this place is definitely talking about the handling different working preferences, working. So I think it's the rotation schedule, not meeting location. So read your sentence to the end. It will help you to know what fits in better. Some dogs need longer walk than the other. I am also wondering if we should create a simple dash to keep track of the schedule. Hmm? mobile app, contract, payment system, website. The mobile app. I think it should be around these two. But what do you guys think? A. Khadija said A. I'll go with A. A will work better because when you are going on a walk, you don't need to carry website around. I'll be happy to set that up since I use similar systems at work. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Z or A. Please, you guys should like my life on TikTok. Or they want to end it very soon. I forgot to even tell you guys today to help me like it. YouTube people don't used to like my YouTube life. Please like it. That's Please like it. I'm begging. Please, help me to like it. One person have liked it. We have 15 people and only one person have liked more. Three people that like before. Thank you for not letting me tell you to like before you like. Please help me to like my YouTube live. So I think this works better here. Use similar and since I mm, Tola said me, I have flexible hours. So I think this is more better. I don't know, but I feel like this is the more option. In the exam, I will pick use since because there is a simple schedule. Happy to help since I use similar schedule at work, similar system at work. Mm, I enjoy organizing. No, I don't think because this is a simple. They don't need a developer. I have flexible hours at work. Okay, this one makes sense too. Since I have flex, who says C? You know a good developer. Would you pay the person to know use it? I'll be happy to help since I have flexible hour at work. Hmm. Is it A or B? I think it's A or B. An app cannot be built easily without a developer. Are you sure it's not website? Hmm. Read my comment now. Yes, I'm reading your comment. That's true. Create a simple. Someone says scroll up. Is it the email or the what? What do you want me to scroll up? This email. Fola? No. Tolu. TBF. Is it the email or the this thing? Is it the email? No, the email. I'm up here now. Well, that's a simple website. I can easily create a website. But let's see. Did you see something in DBF? Did you see something that you want to? I'm happy to help set that up. Well, you guys, let's do and call it a day. See, you cannot. I'll be happy to help set this up. If she's the one for the person that sets it, cannot be a good developer. She's the one to set it up. If you want to go and give it to a developer, I don't think she will say she'll be able to help you. It's either between A or C. Since I have flexible hours, is there anywhere that she said she talked about her hours? I don't know. Let me use this. A or B. So let's submit. Last one, it will be B. I have flexible hours. You see, I don't. I have flexible hours. Yeah, because using similar system, that it makes sense. We could use exactly. She's flexibility at work. I know it's between A or B. Like yeah. So at least we have how many correct? We have six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11. We had 10 correct. Hmm. I have flexible hours, but I know it's not going to be this. Okay, yeah. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone that joined. Even YouTube, TikTok have ended my life again today. They should well done. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. What's the answer for nine? I think we chose for nine. Oh, what am I sharing? Okay. For nine, we chose nine is rotation schedule, and 10 is websites because mobile app is complicated to do. And she said mention a simple, I guess it was website, and also Chisom or something. Huh? So you guys, I can't for people meet me here tomorrow. YouTube's TikTok said I'm suspended because there is no activity on my life. I'm going to tell people to like it, like it, like it. This TikTok, they like to frustrate my life. Anyways, thank you all for joining. See you tomorrow. So that means it will be strictly be on YouTube. There is no time. We'll not waste time trying to connect TikTok people tomorrow. We'll just start straight away, and we'll do some writing tomorrow. How to build your paragraph. Hopefully, I have time to what's it called, to prepare myself because I have work to do. Thank you, and see you guys tomorrow. And thank you for everyone that liked the live.